Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. All right, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the rule well and teach well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's out there preaching this truth in all honesty and sincerity. So this is a quick video through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord, when this be edifying, man. All right, so the UK want to ban children younger than 16 from using social media apps, including TikTok and YouTube. All right, so these devils is trying to undo the damage that have been done. All right, but we already know why, because, his seed is being affected, all right, by social media at an all-time high, becoming degenerate. All right, so it's cool when Jake kids are like that, but when it happened to his kids, oh, then it's a problem, man. All right, so now they're trying to cut children younger than 16 from using social media. All right. And they're doing similar things, here in the States. Or it's like the Western world or the Western mindset or the Western mindset way of living. They trying to censor it, all right, and try to do damage control, mainly concerning the youth. All right. Just like how they're trying to keep children from getting on certain things or certain apps or at certain websites, where they should have been did in the first place. All right. They knew the dangers of what social media can hold and what it can do. These children are exposed to too many things already. All right. So these generations are pretty much cooked already. All right. You got kids, hey, they learn how to use phones and tablets before they even able to talk, man. All right. So this devil want to do damage control, man. All right. Mainly because his offspring is being affected. But, they're going to use or ban children from using Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, saying to protect them from harmful content and excessive screen time. All right. But the damage already done. They already witnessed harmful content. It's like you trying to tell someone to unsee what they seen already. All right. So I said it's going to take effect. All right. Next year, man. All right. It says every parent can see it with their own eyes. Social media is making children unhappy. All right. So, it's obvious, man. It's been happening for years. They've been knew the effects of social media. But now, all right, after 2020 or whatever the case may be, things reached to an all-time high. Now they want to undo it, man. But this devil should have been did it. But he's the devil, man. He's the son of perdition. All right, he's the man of wickedness as we know it, man. All right, so he allowed this generation to be messed up, the damage to be done, and now that it fulfilled its perfect work and what it did, and now he want to be like, oh, he trying to solve it. That's how this devil move. Or he caused a problem, but then he want to come in like he's solving it, man. All right. So it said every parent can see it with their own eyes. Social media is making children unhappy, says Starmer, who has 2 teenage children. I've heard firsthand from families crying out for change, and we will do right by them. Or even these elites, prime ministers, these people in high positions, a lot of them don't even allow their children to get on social media. I remember, I think it was Bill Gates or somebody, Steve Jobs, one of them. I think it was Steve Jobs. He didn't even allow his kids to use social media, man. They knew the damages, what it was going to do, mainly on a psychological, spiritual level. All right, so it says, the plan was met with mixed reactions. All right, some praising Starmer for taking action and others question the effectiveness of a blanket ban. All right. So basically, right here, all right, so they following the same model, all right, as Australia, all right, which last year became the first country to bar under or to ban, I don't know what they meant to say, under 16s from holding social media accounts, platforms that fail to take reasonable steps to include children younger than 16 could be punished with multi-million-dollar fines. So now they want to target, tech companies and things like that. All right. But we'll see, man. We already know the damage already been done. We at the end. All right, these generations that we have on the earth right now. All right, these are the last generations before, the end come. We at the end right now. All right, and the end is coming, man. And this is that last generation, man. This generation, hey, man, they exposed to everything pretty much at the palm of their hands to these phones. So there's no reversing it. All right, so it was schools out here. Esau was doing it out here. The past couple of years, they've been trying to ban cell phone usage in these schools. All right, because a lot of these kids, hey, probably the dropout rate at all time high. Kids not really, their test scores and grades are failing. They introduced something not too long ago, or some years back. What was called Leave No Child Behind. So what they'll pass kids on, just because, the way things is going, these children getting stupider and stupider. If that's even a word, well, they getting more dumb, or they can't even read. This generation is illiterate as hell. You see them videos of, people giving these kids or even these young adults, a note card to read. All right. And they can't even read nothing on there, or hardly can read. All right. So now they want to target these tech companies, these apps, but it's too late, man. All right. So, it says the ban will apply to platforms including Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, which is Twitter, but not YouTube Kids. Because YouTube Kids, you can't really message or nothing on there anyway, and mostly, very young kids or babies use YouTube Kids. All right. But it says our messaging services like WhatsApp and Signal, which I never heard of that. All right. Because WhatsApp basically like a text app. All right. It says Starmer stressed that enforcement action will target tech companies, not children, which that don't make sense in itself. Because the main goal, that shows you that the main goal is really not for the children, man. Or it says target tech companies and not children. But ain't the whole mission is to get kids, off social media? All right? He said the move was a big moment for our country, adding that he will go further than Australia's measures. Or basically say, they're not doing it to target children as is, doing it just to, make them, I guess, not feel targeted, like they being harsh on them to not use social media, which they're going to take it their way anyway. So it's just stupid to even add that part. But said the government will also act to prevent strangers from contacting children on gaming and live streaming platforms. Starmer said AI chatbots designed to simulate romantic or sexual relationships with users will be restricted to over 18s only. What? So they're going to allow AI chatbots to romantically or sexually have relationships with users, but they got to be 18 or older. That's strange. So, like I said, man, the damage is done. This generation is still cooked. All right, it's just trying to censor, minors, basically not censor minors, but, keep predators from getting at minors on the internet, whether it says right here AI bots, or which I didn't even know that AI chat bots do that, But we know mostly it's real people. Mostly Edomite men be doing shit like that on Roblox and all that shit. All right. And authorities are also considering additional measures, including overnight curfews and breaks in infinite scrolling for those under 18. All right. More details are expected next month. All right. So mainly Esau probably getting a lot of complaints from these Edomite parents, man. All right. Or parents in general. But we know he only doing this because his people is being affected and mainly targeted. All right, and it's getting out of hand, man. All right, so the damage is already done, man. The generation already cooked. They still gonna be getting on these apps. All right, it's just like if someone was on a drug, you just can't, make them or expect them to quit cold turkey. Now we know that this internet, give a lot of these kids dopamine spikes, man. All right. Even when I was coming up, man, someone was without their phone, that they'll all right, have a panic attack, man. All right. They be triggered. All right. So I can only imagine how this generation is, this younger generation coming up. All right. And the generations behind me. All right. But hey, man, the damage is done. All right, these kids, all right, their IQ is at an all-time low. All right, they're a lot of them, harsh to say, but a lot of them just not going to be huge contributors to society. That's why in the generations to come, that's why they want to push this Karagma, so these kids or these younger generations can have that high basic income. All right, because a lot of these younger children or people growing up, they don't want to work no job. All right, they'll rather do app-based jobs, or they'll do content creating and things. Just like with this Castanet thing about streaming you, everybody, trying to, chase that moment to possibly be the next one to pop on the internet. And a lot of this generation, they following I Show Speed, and they're just done, man. They're cooked, man. All right, as a whole, you have outliers and certain individuals, all right, that will so-called make it up the ranks and succeed, but a lot of times they even set up and they're groomed to those positions, even within that. So the more you know how society is ran, how you're chosen for certain things, all right, it don't even matter at the end of the day. But still, this generation is just cooked, man. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. With that being said, shalom.